I'm kind of pitching myself here as somebody who's an experienced investor, but always, I'm definitely new to this business as well. I just want to speak about this product and just how much, it has really helped me, propel myself, get better with talking with sellers, actually be able to close a deal. My strategies right now have been primarily direct mail, cold calling, and cold texting. And I've found a lot of success with Real Estate IQ, especially being able to get in front of customers, have engaging conversations. And of course, I'm hoping to use all of that to build my own business and eventually retire off.
Excited to be here, and I want to say a big thank you to Real Estate IQ. They have the absolute top leads in the industry and just make investing effortless for all of us as real estate investors here in Texas and obviously everywhere else that they're focused. And I'm proud to be associated with Real Estate IQ. Love what you guys do and love how you all help investors so that we can focus on the thing that makes us the most money, which is the job of real estate investing.
I wanted to jump on this morning and give a shout out to Real Estate IQ. I began my journey with them a few years ago, just using some of the more basic products, the off-market leads. And since then, growing and visiting and talking with not only Steve, but other people who are involved with Real Estate IQ, I've had the opportunity to actually not only be a client, but I also became an investor with them. And that is one of the beauties of being able to be part of Real Estate IQ, is it gives you the opportunity to grow as an investor, especially in real estate.
All right, let's get started. Welcome, everybody. We have another week of awesome market updates and some deals updates for you as well. So let's get started. All right, so this event is brought to you by Real Estate IQ, our host organization, and one of the flagship products is the off-market distressed seller leads, where you can get freshest distressed seller data fed to your marketing machine on a daily basis. And that has led to a continuous growth in our pipeline and continuous deal flow too. So if you are not subscribed to it, you definitely should. A lot of times when we're just getting started in real estate investment, it's like, where are the deals? How can I analyze more deals? How can I practice on my call scripts and working with distressed sellers? And so, these leads are going to give you that practice. Hopefully we don't waste the opportunity. But maybe in the beginning, a little bit of practice is very useful. So, okay, so let's get started here. And you may want to check out the new Real Estate IQ website where, we focus on the 4 key things here. Distressed seller leads. We have deals that we have launched as well, the deals program. And now, that's bringing leads to our deals to our clients as well. We have events and classes, and also whatever market trends and insights that we should be on top of. We stay on top of it, and you can catch a lot of that on this live cast or live stream as well. Okay, successful clients. I'm going to skip through some of these for today, and what we're presenting today is for educational purposes only, and we don't offer investment, financial, or legal advice. If you need help with analyzing or working on a deal, you can send it to us, and then we can offer you support on what to do next. So today's agenda, we're gonna have our intro and market update, and then we're gonna analyze a couple of deals and also look at some current deals that are available as well. So first off, market updates. Okay, today is a special day with the Liberation Day tariff is now official. It is made official as of today on April 2nd. Building materials has been up 34% since December 2020. And this new tariff is going to push it even higher, specifically on steel, aluminum, lumber, and imported material. So something that's going to affect those that are in construction and in the rehab. This is going to make new development potentially financially not viable, and making the housing shortage worse. So an analysis based on the Center for American Progress estimates that this increased cost will lead to 450,000 fewer homes being built. And that's going to add on to the shortage. We're already looking at a couple million homes of shortage. And now we are going to have less homes being built due to the higher cost. So something of concern for the society as investors, that's kind of, that's not a bad news necessarily, right? That's gonna, the shortage is gonna lead to an increase, right? The supply continue to be short is gonna mean that the price can continue to get pushed a little bit higher, making the economics more viable, more and more attractive as well for either home builders and for rehab, right? The redevelopment of these houses. Next, we have some news on single-family rental. It's now gaining investor attention again. Redfin is estimating that rental prices is gonna go up 2 to 3% by the end of 2026, and it's driven mainly by Gen Z entering the market and boomers downsizing and expanding the renter base. And we're also kind of looking at the AI impact on the labor market. The AI, a lot of the AI roles is making an impact on mainly white collar jobs. And so we've been kind of monitoring the job cuts due to the productivity increase from AI. So now we're going to continue to see jobs going up that utilize this AI, but then a lot of jobs are also going to get displaced. And so there is an estimate of 50,000 to 4 million job cuts, and that's going to affect the labor market and also, potentially kind of demand for leasing and housing too. So that's something to kind of stay on top of in your local market. Okay. Any questions? Feel free to share. Okay, so next we want to continue to kind of look at the deals. These are the hot deals and what we call fire leads, hot leads and fire leads that we that come across our desk on a weekly basis. And so we just, every week we just kind of pick a deal to run some analysis and kind of see, okay, how can we structure a deal? Is there a deal to be made? And usually there is, because we're using a creative method of structuring the deals. And obviously, if the deal is really good, there are multiple exit strategies. If the deals are not so good, maybe there are less exit strategies. So let's take a look at this one. This one is around Orlando. It's a 3x2. Okay, and it's a HOA foreclosure. We're seeing quite a lot of HOA foreclosures in Florida. So a little bit more. Okay, I messed up the slide. So let's look at this slide first. So these are kind of the financial numbers. The HOA lien is actually 21,000, around 20,000. There's also a mortgage arrear of 5,000. The mortgage balance is 220. And at what's really attractive, I think, about this deal, and we're still in negotiation on this deal right now with this lead, is that the interest rate is interesting, and the principal interest is maybe 1,200 or so. So, a couple of underwriting that we do. Number one is we always look at what the ARV is after repair value. And the estimate that we have is about 300,000. So there's a little bit of equity, but not enough to make a cash offer. And then the rental is about 2,100. Okay, and we look at the rental number to see if there's some long-term rent opportunity. Unfortunately, with when we add taxes and insurance, the long-term rental number doesn't work. So we're kind of need to look at a wrap option, which is the most flexible and most forgiving, I guess. More. It allows room to structure a deal. So kind of after looking at this, right? So if we look at this, we have a 300K here. And in order to buy this house, subject to, right, the 225 is the balance, and we have to come up with 25K cash. So there's not a lot of upfront benefits, but when we kind of look at it from a wrap standpoint, the 1,200 to 2,100, that's attractive. Anything that's kind of more than $500 per month of spread, that's pretty good. And then from a entry standpoint, if the entry is about 25K and the ARV is 300, in a wrap, a buyer, the end buyer is going to bring about 10% into the deal. So 10% of that 300K is 30K, right? 30K minus 25. There's just not a lot of margin, and we also have to cover closing costs and holding costs. So upfront, not a lot of spread there, but kind of the monthly cash flow can potentially make up for it. So there's still potentially a deal. So this is what we're gonna put together. So our offer is to help pay off the 25K that owed and take over the mortgage. We can potentially move the arrear and do a loan modification, put that together with a mortgage balance. That's a potential option, although I don't know if it's worth it at 5,000. So we'll wait and see, and see what the seller is willing to do as well. And then kind of from my exit standpoint, right, on the wrap, if we can sell it at 300K or maybe a little bit higher, right, that 30K is gonna help pay off the amount owed, and then the rest, at a higher interest rate, which is close to what the long-term rental number would be, and we can earn that margin between the wrapped monthly payment and the underlying mortgage payment. All right, so a potential deal, will let everybody know how this one goes. Okay, so any questions? Feel free to share that. We have plenty of time to share on and go over your questions. And if you're curious how in general we structure the deals and what's the underlying way of analyzing these type of deals, especially in wrap, it's pretty math intensive when we first start. And so I would recommend that we actually have a recording on a class that talks about how to underwrite and put these deals together. So feel free to reach out to us and ask about it. All right, so we got a couple of featured deals. And here, we're not acting as brokers on the deal. All the numbers, make sure you do your due diligence, etc., etc. So this is a wrap in Waco. It seems to only make sense as a wrap. And the entry, what's interesting is that it's going to be a little bit lower than 10%. Okay, we're getting some demand on this deal in Elgin. So Elgin is about 20 minutes from Austin, east of Austin. And it's actually right next to a city called Manor. So we got Austin, and then go east a little bit is Manor, which is where the Tesla Gigafactory is. And then go east a little more, that's Elgin. And this community, this neighborhood is about 1 block away from that city limit between Elgin and Manor. And Manor has a lot of new development. It's what I saw. Anytime we put a deal under contract, I like driving around the area and kind of understanding what the city infrastructure is, and what are some selling points. If it's a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, there's a master bedroom downstairs, and then 3 bedrooms upstairs. And the number is just very attractive because you're taking over a mortgage, right? That's about half of the ARV. The rehab is not a lot. The house is in good shape, right? There's no kind of major repair aside from the AC. Has issues, and it was leaking at one point. And so we have gotten a quote to repair the AC, which is not kind of within this rehab estimate. And once that's done, just new paint, interior paint, and new flooring. So not a lot of work that's needed, just mostly cosmetic. Okay, so the entry is about 10% of the after repair value. If you're interested, you can fill out the form or kind of reach out to us directly, and then we'll send you some additional information on the house. And if you're really interested, there's a lockbox on this property you can look at, and you can actually visit the property and see it, and then kind of we move on from there. Okay, we also have a cash deal in Huntsville. Okay, the ARV is estimated about 100,000. There's some cleanup that needs to be done, although the house looks to be in a pretty decent shape as well. Cosmetic. The roof does require some repair, and so you might need to get a new roof here. But there's still, quite a bit of margin on this one too. So again, same process. Oops, what are we looking at? Same process if you want to move on to this property. Okay, aside from that, we also have quite a few leads that come across our desk. Most recently, we have this is for those that are, if you're an experienced flipper and you kind of have a team that can build for you, or if you're an experienced builder, there are 6 lots that are available in Dallas, and these are duplex lots. You can, I guess, if you want information, you can ask about it. So there's some margin to be made on those deals as well. And we can send over a package, and always advise that you do your own due diligence. Make sure it's beneficial, right? It's a good investment opportunity before you move forward. Okay, and then we also have additional kind of land and flip opportunities that are available. So if you're actively, working on deals, looking at deals, all you need to do is ask. Okay, we launched the Deal Accelerator program last year, and what we do is we will create a wait list on a regular basis. If you are interested in kind of seeing how you can participate in all these deals, right? Just being in the middle of it, we have all these programs that have been put together to help you succeed. Already a lot of attraction in this program. Let me see. The next thing, kind of really excited to show you, is the Deals Near Me app. And this app is currently in alpha mode. Let me see if we can pull that up. Aha. Okay. So this is mobile friendly. You can really kind of look at these deals. It will track where you are, and then show you all the deals that are currently in our database. So it's in alpha mode right now, which means there's gonna be more improvements to be made. But this is gonna be really good for those that are looking at driving for dollars, right? And getting more leads through driving, and then doing additional marketing if you want to, right? Also really good for door knocking. So you can kind of look at any of the deals. You can navigate here. You can look at the details. You can analyze the deal based on different exit strategy, and that will allow you to finalize on your offer. So really, really cool app. We're looking for alpha testers right now who want to really participate and help us drive the direction of this app, which is very exciting. So we're going to continue to add on more features here. All right, let me move that out. Let's see, what else we got? If you have questions, I don't see questions on the chat yet. This is the time to ask. A couple of upcoming events, right? You just, this is our live event. And tomorrow we have office hours and open house as well. And then we have also a lineup of these classes on how to find deals and how to leverage real estate to build wealth. So make sure you don't miss that. Today, our session is a little bit shorter. And again, feel free to reach out to us. And we got a couple more deals we're supposed to underwrite. So we're going to end the session a little bit earlier. Want to tell you, the Q1 is already over. So this promotion is over. But you can feel free to talk to our consultants. You can scan this QR code to learn more about the distressed seller data that we're leveraging to acquire deals, right? To do our marketing, acquire deals. And let me just end the session with, make sure you take lots of action and learn a lot. And we want to encourage you to start your real estate journey with us. All right, that's all we got for today. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you next week. Have a great Good Friday and Easter, and we'll go back to our regular program next week. It'll be an hour long, and want to encourage you to continue to keep coming back, because we have new deals every week and new market updates every week, new topic. So, all right, thanks everybody. Appreciate you.
I'm kind of pitching myself here as somebody who's an experienced investor, but always, I'm definitely new to this business as well. I just want to speak about this product and just how much, it has really helped me, propel myself, get better with talking with sellers, actually be able to close a deal. My strategies right now have been primarily direct mail, cold calling, and cold texting. And I've found a lot of success with Real Estate IQ, especially being able to get in front of customers, have engaging conversations. And of course, I'm hoping to use all of that to build my own business and eventually retire off.
Excited to be here, and I want to say a big thank you to Real Estate IQ. They have the absolute top leads in the industry and just make investing effortless for all of us as real estate investors here in Texas and obviously everywhere else that they're focused. And I'm proud to be associated with Real Estate IQ. Love what you guys do and love how you all help investors so that we can focus on the thing that makes us the most money, which is the job of real estate investing.
I wanted to jump on this morning and give a shout out to Real Estate IQ. I began my journey with them a few years ago, just using some of the more basic products, the off-market leads. And since then, growing and visiting and talking with not only Steve, but other people who are involved with Real Estate IQ, I've had the opportunity to actually not only be a client, but I also became an investor with them. And that is one of the beauties of being able to be part of Real Estate IQ, is it gives you the opportunity to grow as an investor, especially in real estate.